Gata logo mesmo, vamos continuar. Muito bom, muito bom. Agora dá um pouquinho de pena, porque eu queria, vamos dizer assim, ter a oportunidade de ter conhecido também. Acho que eu já vou aproveitar e pegar ali o ponto de TP. De, tipo, poder ter a possibilidade, pelo menos, de jogar também com a... Ah, tá. Que aqui a gente tá na ruína, né? De ter tido a oportunidade de jogar, né? Com a deusa maior também, né? Que em termos de poder teria os mesmos na Rida. Mas eu acho que seria legal. Eu gosto mais, assim... Acho que eu já falei sobre isso, né? Que pra mim, tipo, a aparência de criança... eu acho normal. Mas eu amo a Narida, tá? A Narida, em específico, conquistou meu coração. Ela é minha deusa arconte favorita.
Raman?
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring...
I guess all I can say now is...
don't mention it. But we share a...
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the...
There's no need to
We've been all over the desert trying...
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no.
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on...
You should have known that.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no...
No, not Sino.
I could do work.
Please have mercy.
Start talking.
So, your superior
They,
don't play. They extract divine canned.
I don't...
Well, you better start talking or you'll be so...
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor. And
How did you know?
there's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right.
Eu morri com
The
isso aqui.
Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to... It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rook, the withering of Irmin's soul has been getting worse recently. The sages
É
have
o
tried everything they
definhamento, é
could think
isso.
of,
Pra que o
but
mundo inteiro não
nothing's
tivesse
worked.
definhamento,
I'm always hearing them say
a Lorde
things like,
Menor
if
sacrificou
only
Irana
Greater Lord
Rina.
Rukadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's... The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he asked them...
This is what the arrogant, ignorant.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a After that, they harvested dreams via the Sebzip with the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen,
it adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge
Call it an educated guess? Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely, if it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to just...
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burn. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of...
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusan... Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new...
From the beginning, when the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that they found that at the time she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening, not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight. Slowly but surely, people began to...
So...
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, Raman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keeper.
Sure.
Eu não entendo porque nunca é uma opção resgatar, tipo, a deusa aí. Aparentemente a gente acha que tá tudo de boas e normal. Ou não sabe onde ir, sei lá. Porque, tipo, Inazuma, a gente peitou o governo. Não faz sentido. Não faz sentido. O governo daqui nem parece ser mais forte do que o de Inazuma, por exemplo. Isso que eu acho que fica meio muito sem sentido.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dead.
The... Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about?
Or I can.
Oh! Paimon!
Do you have any plans, traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still withholding some information?
Ou seja, fofoqueira da fala.
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear you.
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding.
It seems like there'll be more issues to face.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move.
It's time to make.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the.
So, every.
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
Well,
Finalmente.
let's brainstorm a little more.
The next time we gather here, we must.
Yep, it'll work.
Muito bom, hein? Muito bom esse capítulo. É isso que a gente esperava de Sumeru. É que eu sou muito ansiosa, então quando eu vejo que tá com uma bromation não justificada, aí eu já, sabe, já fico meio... Esperar, né? Esperar. Acho que nem precisa, né? Acho que... Mais 6 horas acho que já foi. Vamos ver. Ela tá dentro da casa ou ela tá... Ah, ó, missões de mundo. Deixa eu ver aqui. E depois eu vou fazer tudo, gente. Missões de mundo eu tô achando também bem boas, assim. Dá muito aquela recompensa que a gente usa, né? Que é pra passar de level. E elas são rápidas, elas são legais mesmo. Coisa que você tem que fazer, coletar, falar com alguém em outro lugar, ir num barco. É bem legal. Então vamos lá. Tem mais uma ali. Ali.
Let's move out.
Eu não sei também. Pronto. Não, vamos juntar os eremitas, não.
Everyone is already
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's...
Please. Wait a moment.
Que
Before
foi?
attending the meeting,
What do you...
Prometer?
promise me that you won't commit to
What do you think?
Okay.
Mas a gente não fez nada imprudente não, colega. Que drama é esse? Calma. Querida, a gente tem poderes, calma. Eu já esqueci onde é a casa. Ai, gente, tô tão feliz de estar podendo gravar. Eu fico com saudade, sabe?
Early! But why isn't anybody talking?
We already
Eu espero
discussed
que
things a
todos
bit.
vocês, que eu sei que a Michelle, o Matheus e mais uma pessoa continuem gostando de estarem acompanhando essa história. Depois vai ter todo um vídeo grandão, assim, bem podcast, eu falando tudo que eu achei da história dos personagens, falando mesmo, assim, sobre várias coisas. Vai ser bem legal, bem conversa mesmo.
Hey, where have you been?
Are you ready?
Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's...
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small...
So, what's the plan? Só esqueceram de avisar, né? Pra nós. O meu plano é... Gente, pior que eu me tornei o Natsu de Fairy Tail. O meu plano é chegar, socar todo mundo, invadir, porque a gente já sabe que a gente é mais forte. E é isso, ainda mais agora com a Kokomi. Eu tenho cura, ninguém vai matar a gente. Impossível. A não ser que seja insta-hit. Aí ferra mesmo, mas fora isso...
Come on, don't give me that face.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Tudo bem, mãe.
Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
Eu confesso que eu tô bem surpreso que a galera decidiu não ficar parado justamente quando eu falei. Sumeru finalmente tá me surpreendendo.
I'm not that good at scheming or
You can
strategy,
tell?
but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite... To be honest, I feel the same. But here, dudes.
A gente já derrotou a ditadura de Inazuma, gente. Não sei pra que todo esse drama.
I'm very glad to hear. I've said the same thing to everyone here today. It's only when you're safe can the plan be successful. You're welcome. Good luck.
Se agarra aí que não era tão baixo. Me confundi. Ah, era aqui?
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also,
Yes, she did. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve... I hope this is clear to you.
huh? Shouldn't you be saying...
Didn't we already do that?
You can never have enough words of...
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness. We all have our jobs to do, after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of...
Speaking of the front line...
Of course. Compared to the mercenary. But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get... Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind.
Well, being a scholar is also a high...
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among...
This guy.
All intellectuals are lunatics and... Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It meant you have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. I think those mad scholars and mercenaries... But the academia has always held a different view. They've always believed that come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the Withering, Elazar, and the sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar...
Definitivamente. É
Paimon
possível.
thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering. At least, that's what... Wait a second.
Ah, you've connected the dots. the cause of...
But if that's the case, what should we do? This
Exatamente, tem que falar com a
Why do you
Narida,
think
só ela
Lesser
pra
Lord
resolver.
Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser
Exatamente.
Lord. To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state
Where are we going?
to an Aramite base.
Amo. Eu vou encerrar a gameplay por aqui, tanto pelo tempo, tanto porque o fone já está descarregando. Então, até daqui a pouco. Continuação direta.